We had a genetic scientist on the show who said that there's too much inbreeding in a lot of communities in India. That's actually a problem. And that's leading to like immune diseases.
Inbreeding means?
Means when you're marrying a woman or a woman is marrying a man, you need to check the genetic compatibility in the modern day. If genetic compatibility tests are available, go for it. Because you don't know if 7 or 8 generations ago you guys shared an ancestor. So if that ancestor has been shared within 8 generations, which is actually a long time ago when you think about it, it's like 300 years. You don't know if your great-great-great-grandfather and her great-great-great-grandmother were actually siblings. You don't know. That's just how...
So you're talking about consanguineous marriages, like marrying between family.
Yeah, but over 8 generations.
I see.
He said that in India, this is a much more rampant problem than people would assume. Because you would assume that you're just seeing a girl, you're meeting someone for arranged marriage, whoever she is, you don't know. But you don't know where you've been related to in the past. So it's healthier to marry someone from another state, ideally.
Other country.
Yeah, other countries even more
even better. Can I share my personal experience here?
Sure.
So you see this, my finger?
Yeah.
This finger is short. Okay.
Show it to the camera.
This finger is short. Hi. So this, my father has it, my grandfather has it, and my grandfather's father had it as well. So it's a generation. When I was born with it, I was like, this is great. I mean, people think that was special. And that's why my mom used to say that, I excel in studies because of the finger, because of genetics thing. I don't think that's true, but but what happened was I married, it was an arranged marriage, married my wife, and she was in the same community. Okay. But we were not like first degree relatives, second degree, nothing, but it was the same community. We looked at the astrology and everything. And we had so much difficulty in conception. Okay. So we had 7 miscarriages. And I was like, how can this be possible, right? Every time we got pregnant, it's DNC, miscarriage DNC. And then, I'm just speaking out my mind here.
Please.
So in first pregnancy got really advanced to like 24 weeks of age. Okay. And we go for 20 weeks of gestation. We go for this anomaly scan. And if you look at the baby, there is no legs or no arms. And we have to, do DNE. You cannot do DNC. You have to do DNE. So
what is that?
Dilatation curettage is, when the baby is small, you could just go in and then you just scrape it off and then abortion is done. But if it is big, you cannot do that. So you need to have an actual delivery. So we had an actual baby was delivered, was not survivable. And I thought...
Appreciate you opening up. Can't imagine.
So anyway, we said, I think it's very important. It's very important for people to know. So this baby we sent for analysis. I was like, what is going on? So then we figured out that I share a gene with my wife, same gene, and that I have this. So I have this, the gene was associated with this defect. Okay. And the same gene was present in my wife as well. But she doesn't have any this defect at all. And that girl baby had this gene from me and that gene from her, and both together, boom. It was something called Grebe syndrome, where there is no legs, no arms, heart and lungs didn't develop at all. So then I realized that there is something more deeper to it. So I analyzed, that was my way of dealing with that at that time. Now we are very healthy. I have 2 healthy kids. But at that time, that was my way of dealing with that frustration, is to do research, to find more about it. How can this happen to me? What did I do wrong? So then I analyzed my mom, my dad, and their ancestors and everything. Everybody is carrying the same gene. And the main reason was my dad married his sister's daughter. It's called consanguineous marriage. Okay, and it is very happened in southern part of, when I grew up, and also in Pakistan. They were extremely common, and all these genetic diseases is very prevalent, very, very prevalent. And I completely agree with that, you should, it's very difficult to go and track all these ancestors in terms of how you were committed and everything. But at least to start with, marrying within a family, I think we should think twice.
Appreciate you opening up a lot on the show. I know it must have been very difficult and it takes a lot of emotional strength to talk about this on a public platform.
Yeah, I know. After I opened up, many people came out to me in my channel that, I also had the same problem. Many people, and there is a skeletal registry in UCLA where I am now a volunteer and I'm one of the medical doctors as well. I take all these cases and then sends the analysis because it's very rare. And if we can create a genome and then we can find out, hey, this people is at risk, we can figure out. And all this CRISPR technology is available. We can make sure that what I experience should not happen to anybody else.
Can I give you a very brotherly take on it? Though it's none of my business. Like,
no, please.
But it's slightly philosophical. Whenever I went to my own suffering in life, whatever I had gone through, and everyone has their own story and their own, little darker chapters. I used to rationalize it thinking that my suffering has happened so that someone else who will eventually go through that suffering may not have to go through it. So I think you're doing effectively the same thing. Absolutely. That's all one can do with their own suffering.
Absolutely.
That you can
educate.
Yeah, you can educate. We're on an international platform here. There'll be someone who'll be learning from this.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely.
But the underlying key, at least I believe this, and this has been one of my episodes of the year with Dr. Neeraj Rai. He's that genetic scientist. Spoken Hindi. He actually named 3 communities. He named Tambram. Are you Tambram?
No.
Okay. He named Tambram. He said some communities in South India, but...
Tambram is Tamil Brahmin.
Yeah. So Tambram was named. He named Agarwals, in North India, in Rajasthan and UP. And I think Bengali, if I'm not mistaken, was the third one. But he said that there's a lot of inter-community marriage in these communities, and that's just how our parents' generation is.
Correct.
My dad is Punjabi,
I see.
And my mother's half Gujarati, half Maharashtrian. So I am strong and fit and fast and athletic, but I'm either looking for a South Indian wife or a Bengali wife to just mix up the gene pool, or someone from outside the country.
You just said Hazda.
Huh?
You said Hazda tribe.
Hazda tribe, sorry, that's right. To get the good bacteria.